Yo, what's good, guys? Homi podcast, Skitzo BloodLine.
Brooklyn Feliciano, what's up?
What's good, guys?
We're back with another one.
Yeah, back for another one, episode 2. Apologies on the last video. Although I'm somewhat familiar with YouTube, I usually do shorts and just like vlogging shit. I don't use mics and headsets, so I'm still trying to adjust on how to figure out the right settings and the right one. This piece of shit, I think there was picking up a lot of little noise, so I do apologize for that in video 1. We will get this shit down, and we will get it together very fast here. I have this kick-ass gaming headset I'm going to try to connect over the weekend. Nonetheless, UFC tomorrow. Fuck it, let's start at the top. You got me hyped. You asked before we hit record about Sandhagen and Nurmagomedov, right? We obviously know who's gonna win, right?
Yeah,
I think that kind of goes without saying. It's how is he gonna win?
Yeah.
I want to see what the over under is. Over under 3.5 on my side. Is that the same for you?
Let me check. I got it here. Total rounds. I got 4.5 minus 150.
What's the favorite?
Over minus 150. I could see it. I mean,
I like it. I like a little sprinkle on maybe like I don't know though, because the thing with Sandhagen, he has been submitted once, and that was a long time ago. But that was by Aljamain Sterling. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. 2020. It's semi long ago. He doesn't get finished, but these Nurmagomedovs have a way of grueling, just grinding people out. He does have knockout power as well.
But I think Umar's just gonna take him down the whole fight. I think he's just gonna keep him there.
And I think you're right, but I think so if we're considering that, I do like the over and parlays, but I do like to sprinkle the chance of winning by sub.
Yeah.
Something on it, Am I gung ho on it? I wouldn't say I'm gung ho on it, but do I think it's very possible?
Yeah.
Very fucking possible.
I'm seeing fight will go to distance at a minus 134 for yes, which is pretty close odds. No is plus 106, but the over 4.5 is minus 150.
You're buying a little bit of insurance there,
Yeah.
Let's see what the odds are. I'm on Bovada, by the way, folks.
I'm on FanDuel.
My boy's on FanDuel, just for reference. Where is the odds for this? 1 second here. Yeah, I got about the same odds. Yes, minus 130. No, it's even money line, plus 100. There is a fight winner inside the distance only. Sandhagen at plus 175. Umar Magomedov minus 230.
Wow.
I think a lot of these odds makers see something, from Umar. I think a lot of these guys think that it will, in fact, that there's something is going to happen. I think he could win by sub.
I like the double chance here.
I do too.
It kind of just saves. Yeah.
The TKO sub, or which one?
I like the sub points.
Sub point. Okay, sub points.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say sub and decision is a minus 265.
I got minus 240 on my side.
I forgot what the fuck what's his spread for winning by sub? Just sub on your side.
Just sub will be plus 290.
I got plus 250. I don't hate that bet.
Yeah, I don't hate it either.
But I do think like the safe leg, that I'm willing to spread across a couple things is the over.
Yeah.
You know,
Either that
are you
or
allowed
the double chance. Huh?
what was that?
Either that or the double chance.
Or the double chance? Yeah, I think there's a couple ways you can go with it. That's the thing
Yeah.
about a Nurmagomedov is there's always like options. It's just
Yeah.
how is he going to do it? I think
Right.
either I could say this. It's going to be decision or sub. So I think, you know, I think if his spreads a minus 370, you could bring it down, and I think that's probably the smartest bet. Decision or sub, minus
Yeah.
265. You bring it down a little bit. I think that's a strong leg. Sandhagen's not winning that fight by decision, and he's definitely
No.
not hitting Nurmagomedov.
No.
Like, he would have to land something very fucking clean and lucky to take this guy out. I
His
don't see
best
it.
odds are KO or on points is a plus 330.
For
KO
who?
or submission is plus 500, and submission or points is plus 500 as well.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about yeah.
That's
So
for Sandhagen.
that's about what I got to.
For Umar, KO or sub is plus 180. KO or points is minus 135, and submission or points is minus 240.
You know what we could do is we could even put like some of our picks in the description,
Yeah.
right? Just what do we think? What's our
Yeah.
strongest leg, right? Would you say that the strongest leg for this fight is double chance, Nurmagomedov
Yeah.
sub decision, right?
Yeah, I like the double chance here because I don't think Sandhagen's never been knocked out.
No.
Umar only
No.
has 2 knockouts. So his clear path, especially being trained by Khabib, is they're pushing sub or they're pushing for the points.
Yeah. We know a good we know a Khabib game plan when we see one. Take him down and submit him is the first go to, or just gruel him till he gives up. So yeah, double chance. Umar.
Wrote that down. Yep.
The decision. Sorry guys, it's just the ghost in my room doing that. Number 2. I don't know why my light be doing that. So I think that's the strongest leg, right?
Yeah,
We could
on that one, right? Yep.
That one, yeah. So we'll put that down in the description. Before that, we have Magomedov and Oleksiejczuk. That one, yeah. I mean,
We know who's winning that fight.
let's be real. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Real.
I look
Like,
so the weigh-ins.
how did it look?
Magomedov, he looked amazing. Just going back to Cory Sandhagen,
You had an eye on him the whole time, huh?
Yeah, the Umar and yeah, he had one eye on him. He kept that eye open.
My bad.
Cory
My bad.
Sandhagen looked great, and Umar looked great too. But Umar, his arms looked significantly bigger. Like you could tell. Like Cory Sandhagen looked like he had skinny. He's kind of lean.
He looks
so,
like a vegetarian librarian, you know, like Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
but
I
he's
definitely
good.
saw Umar look like he was game.
Yeah.
But Magomedov versus Oleksiejczuk, I want to say Oleksiejczuk, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Magomedov he looked good, man. He looked strong. He looked ready for that fight, and he was getting close up to his face and everything. Like he put his almost nose in his face.
Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah. I like the money line here. It's minus 260. It should be higher.
Yeah, I got 270. I like it. There's value. Look, I think just him money line is, you know, is a nice bet.
He has
Obviously,
no ground game though, so you could do a double chance there. Let's see, knockout and points minus 230, but it's just minus 30 off the money line. What if he knocks him out? You never know.
that's why I think in a fight like this, because we still haven't seen a lot from Magomedov. You
Right.
know,
And
I
his
think
ground game is atrocious.
atrocious. So
Yeah, he grabbed the fence a couple of times when they tried to take him down. He grabs the fence. Like he's a
He's
striker.
gotten away with some cheating.
Yeah.
I let me look at something real quick.
Oh, so I was watching somebody I forgot the guy's name. He's UFC they do the UFC betting stuff, and he mentioned that a fan wrote to Oleksiejczuk, whatever his name is, Michael. Let's call him Michael. His name is Michael. Or Mo. Let's
call him
say
Mo. Yeah.
let's call him Mo. So Mo, a fan writes to him on social media. I think it was Instagram or Facebook, one of those, and they asked him, "Why did you take this fight? You're gonna lose." And
Damn,
his
that?
response was alarming. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he
Sure.
said, I probably will. He said he said I probably will. And if I do, I'm gonna quit. Basically, like he's done. Like he's threatening just to say that you probably will lose. You're most likely gonna lose. You already got it in your mind. You're gonna lose.
Yeah, I mean,
And we've seen time and time again when they put on these Abu Dhabi cards, they're usually feeding the Muslim fighter. They're feeding them.
yeah.
It's halal at this point. Yeah, this is halal food right here.
But yeah.
This this is halal food right here. He's gonna dog him.
Yeah, after hearing that, let's see, what's the odds for a first round knockout? Yeah, that's just you don't ever want to put a bet on somebody that does that shit.
Yeah, it says I
know?
probably will lose. It's crazy.
I mean, Magomedov. There's a couple ways we can go here, bro. But
Because I could see him banging with him. Like Mo is not any ground threat. Like he's looking at his career record right here. He actually lost 6 fights. Six out of his 8 losses are by submission.
it's terrible.
So he is not taking this guy down. So it's
Yeah,
either he's gonna knock him out, or maybe training is a factor here. But I just
so
think Magomedov finishes him.
so let's
Eats
do
him
this.
up.
Your favorite pick for the last one, is it the same as mine, the double chance sub decision for Umar?
Yeah.
So we'll go through each fight. I'll say what my favorite pick is. You'll say what your favorite pick is. It might be one and the same.
Right.
But then that way we're usually on the same page. Or do you want to do it that way, or do you want to?
Yeah. That's cool.
So, because it's usually the same. Like at the Bilal fight, I had Bilal, you had decision. They both happened, right? Like,
Right.
just so people could kind of see two perspectives.
Yeah.
And sometimes, every now and then we have a couple different, views. And
True.
it's nice to see that play out too.
Yeah.
So my favorite pick, I would say, bro, for this, just because this is only Magomedov's third fight in the UFC, and although I don't like what Michal, whatever the fuck his name is, has said, he does have a lot of UFC experience.
Yeah.
So that does, I won't say it scares me in this situation, but it does make me a little more hesitant to like swing the hammer on a prop. I'm just gonna go Magomedov money line.
Yeah, I agree. That's my favorite pick too. Obviously, if you want to sprinkle a little 2-leg parlay, Umar Nurmagomedov sub and Magomedov knockout, that's cool too. I like that.
I like that. Let's see what the odds are on that.
Yeah.
That's actually really fucking smart. Magomedov.
But definitely the money line is my best bet. Just because the double chance on knockout and points is minus 260. I mean minus 230, and his money line is minus 260. What if he gets a surprise submission? I don't want to risk that for minus 30.
That's exactly. So let me see.
And then, like you said, the experience here, the knockout for Magomedov to win by knockout is a minus 105 on my side.
Yep.
So I mean,
110.
what if he doesn't knock him out?
But he wins because we know he's gonna win.
But he wins. He's gonna win.
Maybe the son of a bitch doesn't want to go down.
Right. But I do like, if you want to sprinkle something, you could do the Umar sub and Magomedov knockout, and that's a cool little two-legger right there.
Let's see. Just like a little fun by sub. Umar by sub. So if we do Umar and Magomedov wins by sub and Magomedov wins by KO, that's a plus 554.
I got plus 661.
Let's see, sub, KO, two leg, 554, and then you got amazing odds on that one, bro. I'm gonna see what the odds are on double chance for Umar. If I
For what?
Magomedov, what is it on your side? Double chance for Umar on that two-legger.
On the two-legger, double chance is gonna be a minus 176.
Yeah, I mean, look, for just the sake of a small fun bet, I like the KO on the sub. Why not? But the strong legs so far, Umar
double chance,
sub decision, and Magomedov money line.
Money line. I agree.
I think, yeah, we're typically on the same page, folks.
Yep.
Very rarely do we have
yeah, I was just gonna say that we usually are, because we know what the fuck we're talking about when we say something. We know, we do our homework. We know these fighters. It's no blind bets here with us, and like we said in episode 1, our hit rate is phenomenal and
pretty fucking high.
And I think one of the first things that I said was when we opened episode 1 was, I don't feel like there's anybody better than us because I haven't seen anybody hit consistently like we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. And the thing is too, every single fight.
Yeah.
We have a bet on every single fight.
Yeah. On every single card.
Terrified to do that. And I don't blame them. It's kind of fucking it's almost kind of reckless.
See, there is a fight on this card that I'm willing to pass all along, like just not even bet on it.
Like one every now and then. Don't get me wrong, guys.
I'm passing.
Yeah. There is some funky ass shit that we'll see sometimes, and we just don't like the vibe.
Yeah.
Or we'll use that fight as a hedge fight where we don't give a fuck which way it goes. We'll just sprinkle it on top of our already locked parlay.
Locks.
That's what you use those fucking fights for.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
All right.
So first 2 down.
So let's do this.
Next one.
Let me see. Sub Umar Magomedov. I'm looking forward to this fight the most, and that is the Vera Figueiredo fight.
Yeah.
That's my main event. No offense to the rest of the card, but I mean, obviously, Dern as well. But as far as a very competitive, compelling fight, I do think that personally, I think Vera. Okay, so this was my take on it, right? Vera cuts weight to get to that, scale. Figgy went up in a division. You know,
Right.
so I think
He's also the smaller fighter.
Yeah, exactly. Figgy's going to be the smaller fighter. What's the stat on the height? Do you know in the reach?
It's 5'8" to Vera versus 5'5" to Figgy. The reach advantage is 70.5 for Vera and 68 even for Figgy. So
Okay.
he's losing on the weight cut problem, and then you got the well, not the weight cut problem. I meant going up in weight versus the height and reach. He's also losing. So basically,
Yeah.
what you're saying is Vera, he's cutting weight, and he's gonna blow up when fight night comes. He's gonna blow up,
Yeah.
and Figgy's gonna be. He probably won't even be able to hurt him.
He's not going to be very far off from where he was on the scale. Vera's a very big guy for that division. And Vera, look, I'll tell you this. Vera's boxing is superior to Figgy's. Not that Figgy can't throw hands.
Yeah.
Vera's striking is superior to most people in that division. I don't think he gets enough credit for it.
Yeah.
And he's impossible to take down.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen Vera on his back?
Yeah,
I don't think he's ever been taken on a knockdown, if I'm not mistaken.
I go back to the Sean O'Malley fight with Vera, and that fight went the distance. O'Malley rocked him, but he didn't go down.
Was giving him some fucking haymakers.
Yeah, O'Malley he was trying to knock his head off.
And then guess what Vera did near the end, right? Remember he threw that fucking knee to the body, almost finished O'Malley.
Yeah.
O'Malley was
that's right. That's right. So if there would have been another minute on that fight, Vera could have very easily ended him.
There was one more round.
I do like the Marlon Vera pick though, because of what you said. You know, it makes sense. Figueiredo going up in weight, he's bulking or doing whatever he has to do to make that weight. So come fight night, he's already at his max because he went up in weight.
Yeah, you can't gain
Vera's
much.
coming down in weight because he's not going to be at his fighting weight just walking around. Walking around, he's probably like 20 pounds, maybe 30 pounds heavier than what he is right now.
Yeah.
So on fight night, when they rehydrate, that there's going to be a big gap in.
There's going to be a big deficit.
Yeah, it could be 10 pounds, but 10 pounds is a lot in boxing and any type of fighting sport. 10 pounds difference, you're most likely not going to hurt me.
Well, there's a reason why, even in for championship, if you're a pound over the legal limit, the title's off. There's a reason for that, right? There's a reason where in non-title fights, if you're, a pound over, you're losing 30% of your purse because it's a fucking risk.
Yeah.
So because
I like the dog bet here.
Money line. Why fuck with it if it's already kosher?
Right.
Vera money line. We're on the same page with that one. I don't want to touch it. I think it's perfect where it is, and I love. This is my favorite pick of the night.
I love the value, and I'm plus 120 on my side. What do you got?
Plus 120. So
okay, so it's even.
Let me put this in your ear now. Now this is my favorite three-legger, right? And you already know what I'm gonna say. Vera, Magomedov, and Nurmagomedov. Three-legger plus 283. Hammer that shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so Umar, and there might be somebody else that we add to this on a second.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely. Yeah. Yeah. But that three-legger for the last three is fire. That is heat right there.
Invincible. Yeah. I love it.
I love it.
I'm gonna swing the hammer.
We're on the same page here.
Yeah, we're on the same page. So, Tony Ferguson.
Interesting.
Tony Ferguson.
I know how you feel about Ferguson. That's your guy. You always sprinkle something on him because I have to, bro. I have to, bro. Yeah, you always sprinkle. This could be a hedge fight right here.
I like
because. Yeah, you could hedge it, man, because if Tony Ferguson pulls this off and you have that three-legger to go with that and on something, you're gonna win some good money.
let's do this. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna put it together right now and tell you what it's gonna be on both sides. Hedge fight, guys. Is exactly the fuck we're talking about. That way, I could just cheer for Tony, and if he does lose,
right, yeah, exactly.
I'm like, all right, well, I won a leg. So plus another parlay with Chiesa and one with Tony.
Yep.
So the one with Chiesa.
Damn, he blew up to minus 550 now.
Well, and you got to kind of expect that, right? I mean,
yeah, Tony Ferguson's on a 7-fight losing streak or something more than
7 fights. You're absolutely right.
that.
So, however, right? So if we add Chiesa to that 3-legger, which is already fucking bulletproof, that brings the 283 to a plus 356, right? Cool. A little extra dough. However, Tony Ferguson gets a Darce. Old time's sake, right? Bro, just money line plus 1,719. That's
and I have plus 2,100 on FanDuel.
Bro, we gotta sprinkle something on that.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's a hedge fight right there.
Yeah, that's a great hedge fight. You know, there's this is the perfect hedge situation, Brooklyn, right?
Yeah. Because either way, if Michael Chiesa wins, I'm on my side. I got a plus 410 with the other 3.
Perfect.
So that's pretty good odds. 4x your money, you know.
So I would say our best bet, right, for line 4 is just the word hedge.
Yeah, hedge.
Hedge.
And just hope that Tony pulls it off, because you gotta see. This makes sense though. This is what makes sense about. I could see that happening. Like that's not like far fetched to me. No. If you look at Michael Chiesa's last 3, he got submitted by Vicente Luque. He got submitted by Kevin Holland, and he lost a decision to Sean Brady.
Bro, call me crazy.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I could see this happening.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I want to see. You know what's another good bet?
What's that? On this fight or?
On this fight, yeah. Because Tony Ferguson also has been submitted twice in his last 5, at least from what I'm seeing here.
Very shocking, but yeah.
Yeah, back-to-back submissions, Nate Diaz and Bobby Green, which was crazy, to say the least. But
yeah,
what about putting how the fight will end? I have an option to do that. I don't know about Bovada if they have that. But
submissions of plus 100.
100 straight like that, because now you're looking at any one of them get a submission. Because this fight is either gonna. I mean, I could see Tony Ferguson knocking him out too. Honestly, I see it. I see Ferguson could win this.
Count Tony out, my guy.
Never. And the most dangerous thing in the UFC is a veteran on his way out on a losing streak, knows he can't lose no more. Like if he loses to this guy, now the odds makers, how long are you gonna just continue to tarnish your legacy? Like I want to remember Ferguson as the guy who made everybody bleed and destroyed everybody. I don't want to remember him as, damn, that Ferguson lost 8 in a row.
He was the boogie man.
Yeah.
I remember, bro, like one of my favorite events I've ever went to was in Chicago. I went to see Donald Cerrone and Tony Ferguson. Now that wasn't the main event, but that was my main event. And unfortunately got stopped by the doctor, bitch ass doctor.
Right.
But just the energy.
That was the eye. That was the
eye blowing up.
The
you
eye,
know,
yeah, right.
What I'm getting at is just if you've ever seen Tony fight, Diaz fight in person, people like that, bro. The energy is just different when they walk out.
Yeah. Right.
people fucking love them, whether they're on a winning streak, a losing streak.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter, you know.
You hear that house music come on, people
Oh,
freaking go
bro,
nuts.
I'm getting chills talking about it. I really am.
Yeah.
Like, it is maybe, you know, I'm very emotionally attached to the sport, but it's just there's nothing like it, bro. And you know that we've been in the events, and
Yeah.
you know we've seen some
It's
fucking
the
amazing
best.
fighters, and just the
Right.
energy, bro. And Tony brings that. And
Mm-hmm.
I can see this. This is a very interesting fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think Chiesa is overvalued, just considering the streak that Tony has been on.
I think he is. He's
Yeah,
super overvalued.
I think a minus like 300 maybe
Yeah.
would be a little more
Also,
reasonable.
he's on a
But
3-fight losing streak himself.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't agree with it. Like, I understand it, but I don't fucking agree with it, right? That's kind of where I'm at with it. But go Tony.
Yeah.
Go Tony. Yeah, I do like that. I like the sprinkle fight by sub. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
Now to my girl Dern, man. You already know what I'm going with.
So this last fight was Hedge.
Yeah, sorry. So last fight,
submission.
Hedge is going to be the main component, but we're going to put a note for the prop bet. Our favorite prop is sprinkled fight, you know, by sub. Now, we're only going to score ourselves on our lock, our number locks. The props we'll do for fun. We don't hammer those. We hammer the legs, and then, you know, we'll have a couple parlays that will tell you to hammer. Usually one solid one or two at the most. But mind you,
so right now we have the Umar double chance sub decision, Magomedov money line, and Vera money line. Those are our three, and then the Ferguson Michael Chiesa fight's not going to count because it's a hedge. It's just to win you a little extra money on the 3 locks.
We're not here to be right. We're here to win. So this is just one of the ways that we enhance our winnings, and it works very well. Now, yes. So those are that's what we have. This is the perfect fight to hedge because Tony does have a very good chance. Now, Dern, I love Dern's spread. Minus 122.
Yeah, it's a close one. I got minus 120 on my side.
I'm not saying Lupita is slouch by any means.
Yeah, but she looked good in the weigh-ins too. They both looked good.
She usually does, and Dern always looks good. You know, she's always very fit. She's a fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu champion. You know me, bro. I don't like to bet biasly, but you know me with the Dern, bro. I always it's almost like a Tony situation, right? But Dern, man, Dern is one of those girls. She could really beat anybody, but she could lose to anybody too. What Dern's gonna show up, you know?
So you're going Dern money line.
Let me see real quick. I will say this: Dern is in a need to win situation.
Yeah, she lost her last 2.
She lost, 3 out of her last 5.
She lost to really good opponents, though.
I will say that she lost to Jan in a majority decision, which means somebody had a draw, which is amazing. You know, Tisha Pennington, which is you know, good.
That's
decent
a feed
fighter.
Me fight.
Yeah, feed me fight, but decent. She has a lot. It's just experience, you know. So she fought somebody with experience,
right?
Which is
that was her test.
Yeah, you know, Marina Rodriguez went to a decision with her. Angela Hill decision with her. Getting knocked out by Andrade is not really something to be really judged off of, you know. She wasn't going through during that time, but I'm not gonna make excuse for her. Amanda Lemos is a tough fucking person, bro. Went to decision with her loss. Now look, she lost 4 out of her last 6. If you put Dern's back against the wall, someone like that with that kind of skill, I think there's a very big chance that she comes out on top here and she gets it done. I will say this, and you probably already know this: Lupita has not fought the same level of competition that Dern has.
Right. That's what I was just about to talk about here, because you look at Jan is a top 5 ranked
Not for the title.
Andrade could be also a top 5. I'm not sure. She's probably
She's a Hall
just
of Famer.
outside the top 5, but she's right there. She's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
She's there. And then Lemos could also be in the top 5. And then you go on Lupita. The Verna girl, I don't know how she's doing it. She's definitely opening my eyes because you see her, you look at her and you're like, she's not winning. Like she don't look like she's about that.
No, not at all.
But then it just like fully drops off after that. Like Tabitha, Baby Shark Richie is like Elise Reed, and like Ducati, and then you got Cynthia Calvillo.
For years now.
Yeah. So I mean, the competition is just not there.
Mackenzie, Mackenzie's experience, bro, is gonna help her a lot in this fight.
Yeah.
Lupita is tough, so I can't say that Dern is going to be the first person to submit her. Right. But I do think she can control the whole fight.
Yeah. She's the bigger fighter. She's 5'4". Lupita's 5'2". Dern also has a 63-inch reach. Lupita 61. So
I think Dern moneyline.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the first time that we disagree. I do agree with the Dern money line, but my favorite for this fight is fight goes the distance.
Fight goes the distance. Let me see what the spread is on that.
I got minus 215.
Okay. So how will the fight end? Decision?
You could do that. Will the fight go to distance? Yes. How will the fight end?
Okay.
So I get better odds on fight going the distance. It's minus 215. How will the fight end? Points is minus 220. It's not that much of a difference.
Okay. Yeah.
But
so fight go distance.
Yeah, fight go distance. Yes. That's what I like.
Brooklyn. Okay. I'm gonna note that. So last time we did this was the Bilal fight. I had Bilal money line.
We both right.
This was go the distance, and Bilal won in decision. Yeah. So I have a feeling we're gonna have another one of those crossroad meetings right there.
Yeah.
I like it, bro. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see what this is real quick.
This next fight I'm excited about too. These guys looked good when I tell you, man. This one's a close one, man. So far, I'm liking our picks. I feel every pick that we've said so far, I feel so confident in. Either way, even the one that right now that we just went, like, you could do Mackenzie Dern for decision or double chance or submission decision.
You can flip it anyway. Yeah, I mean,
you could flip it anyway.
The only reason why I'm going with her money line is just because her jiu-jitsu is so fucking good, and when she actually uses it. But the thing is, and that's why I don't really disagree with your decision either on this pick, because Dern doesn't always use her jiu-jitsu when she needs to.
Right. Sometimes she'd be wanting to strike. Like, that's not what you do.
I'm like, why? Just take her down. And it's just like, and that's happened in like half her fights where I'm yelling at the fucking TV to take her down, and she just wants to strike. I don't get it. But again, I'm not a fucking coach.
The over-under is 2.5, minus 260 for the 2.5. So all signs are pointing to the fight going the distance. But you never know with Dern. If she uses her jiu-jitsu, that could be a L. You know what I mean? Because that's the way she should go about winning. Every time. Yeah. You'd be seeing a lot of these UFC fighters, they want to make a statement. They're like, oh, they're labeled as a jiu-jitsu guy, and they're like, I can strike too. And then you get shit like that happens, and then imagine Alex Pereira trying to wrestle with like Jamal Hill or somebody.
bro.
Yeah, no.
You know why Pereira's so fucking good? Is because he sticks to his roots.
Yeah, he knows what he's good at and he sticks to it.
He sticks to it. He's not trying to compete in
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu with you. He's not trying to wrestle. He knows what he's good at, and he works on that. And that's it. And that's why he's knocking everybody out, because he's not trying to do anything extra. He's just building on top of what he already has. You know?
Yeah.
And I think the more fighters do that, the fucking better they do, from what we've seen in the past, right? I've never really seen Mackenzie Dern take somebody down and not fucking completely control and obliterate them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, she has to take her down. I know it's easier said than done half the time, but there's a lot of times where I feel like she could have and she didn't, you know? But the opening the opening fight, wow, yeah, this is a barn burner.
This is a this is a banger right here. I'm gonna say in the weigh-ins, I circled both of these guys because I could not see who looked better. They looked phenomenal, bro. I'm telling you. And I said it on the phone before we got on the recording, but a lot of these fighters came and they showed up. They looked like they were ready to go. Like, I was impressed. I mean, you're on a world stage. You're in Abu Dhabi. Like, you better come with it.
I mean, Abu Dhabi always sells out the fastest. Yeah. Abu Dhabi always sells out the fastest. I can never get fucking tickets to Abu Dhabi, bro. Because the moment that bitch goes on sale, all these rich motherfuckers are buying that shit up. I never can get tickets to that shit.
If I ever get to Abu Dhabi for a UFC card, I'm going in full chic mode, like with the whole setup.
Bro, we have to.
All white with the turban and all that.
Bro, I think they're going back again at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. We should go, man. But
that'd be nice.
Depending how that November, the Madison Square Garden card shapes up, I have to go to Madison Square Garden, bro. This year.
What is that? Which one is that?
Stipe card.
Oh yeah, John Jones, right? Yeah.
We gotta see that, bro. Madison Square Garden.
We have to.
I've never been, bro, and I walked around the building last time I was out there in New York, and this dude, it's just I'm like, I gotta fucking get in there,
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, I know that's a little off top, but yeah, I can imagine, dude. Alvarez. And Brener.
He looked really good last fight too.
Bravo choke
versus Mark Dacassi. Put him in a Darce.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
He's fought some decent people. I mean, Moises, Arman.
Yep.
This isn't like Joseph Duffy, but it's not a terrible record for only having 7 or 8 fights, whatever, in the UFC. This guy obviously has 17 fucking submissions. We know what he's gonna try to do if he's smart.
Oh, which one?
Alvarez has 17 submissions,
See,
but Brener has 11.
Brener has 11. I was just about to say that, and he's trained by Oliveira.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this. Since Brener came on the scene at UFC with the silver hair, if you know, you know, he has always been a dog and he wins a lot. He wins a lot as a dog. So that's why I circled this one, because I was like, damn, I can't call it, man. But, I mean, you never want to count a guy out like Brener, especially when you got Oliveira in your corner. From the weigh-ins and the face-offs, I was leaning more Alvarez. He looked better, but I was
going to tell you that right now. I'm kind of leaning Alvarez. Just a little more experience on the big stage. And then, mind you, when I say leaning, we're talking it's almost a coin flip, this fight, bro.
Yeah, this is a pick'em.
This is a pick'em. I like the odds where they are. I think they're fair.
Right. I will say the height advantage. Alvarez is 6'3", Brenner's 5'10". Alvarez has a 77. Yeah, he's 6'3". And Alvarez
8.
has a 77-inch reach, and Brener has a
That's crazy.
72. Yeah.
For
Just reading
155,
that,
that's kind of nuts, bro. That's almost
yeah, that is nuts.
like
That is
Jalen Turner is
nuts.
like 6'4", I think. So he's close to
Yeah,
Jalen Turner.
yeah. But Jalen Turner got like an 80.
Yeah. He's
It's
freakish,
he's
bro.
a freak of
Freaking big.
nature. Yeah. Um, I'm leaning Alvarez here because he did look like in the weigh-ins, he did look like the bigger fighter. He is the bigger fighter. And that 5-inch reach advantage is I don't know when you got if you know you watch UFC, they'll put little stats up, and I like to keep note of those stats. Like um the fighter with the longer reach advantage wins a lot of the time. I think it's like 60%, they said, of the
Sounds about
time.
right.
And and then they always have that one that the most they put the younger fighter wins most of the time. So Brenner is the younger fighter, but I'm not sure. I would look at
It's not a big age gap though, right? It's like a couple years.
yeah, it's 4 or 5 years. It's 5 years. It's just under 5 years.
Do you think this fight goes the distance?
Hmm.
You know, this is one of those fights,
Um,
bro. It's just like the last fucking shit show of a distance call that not go the distance call that we had.
yeah,
When I feel like there's two powerhouses and they're both so good. They're both
yeah.
so, where it's like, oh,
They
somebody
could
has
cancel each other out.
it could cancel out. And I'm not
Yeah,
saying this one will be boring, but it could be a little bit
yeah,
lackluster as far as like, oh my god, is somebody going to go down already? You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I think they're going to be both pretty
I
tough.
have minus 200 for a fight. No, not going the distance.
Yep, I have 205.
But there is some value in that. Yes.
That's what I'm getting at. Or the
Yeah.
over. I have a 1.5. Are you at 1.5?
I have 2.5
Uh,
plus 120.
wait, let me see something real quick. There
It's
is
interesting right here because how will fight end? KO is plus 175, submission is plus 195, and points is plus 145. So it's like literally a coin flip on that as well.
shit.
It's a tough one, right?
This is tough, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, those props, will this fight, when will fight end? Okay, so right here. Do you have the prop to fight to complete one full round, 2 full rounds?
No, I wish. I always want that. I know you get that on Bovada.
Yeah. There's value here somewhere, bro. I think we have to
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah. Something we gotta really um hmm.
Honestly, if I'm that's quite the pickle to be in.
What was
Look at
that?
the methods of victory, right? Alvarez inside the distance is a minus 110. It's the favorite.
Um Alvarez method of victory.
Inside
Yeah.
distance.
Um
But at
oh
that
I
at
don't
that
I don't
rate,
get that one.
though, I'd rather
Yeah,
just go Alvarez money line,
right. Yeah, his
right?
submission, the best odds for any method of victory is Alvarez by submission plus 270. And then the second one is Alvarez by knockout TKO plus 320. And then the next one would be Elvis Brener by points plus 330. So I like the fact that he has two of the top three best odds of method of victory, and they're
I do
both
like
finishes. So I like, but like you said, you don't know which one it's going to be. It could be either one of those. So I was leaning Joel Alvarez. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Alvarez is probably the best pick money line.
Yeah, I agree. I
Um
agree.
and yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
And look, if somebody wants to hedge that fight
Yeah,
because
because
they're
I was
unsure of
thinking
it,
that too.
look, Brener, you could go Brener by decision. I don't think Brenner's not going to finish him. I could say
Yeah,
that pretty fucking confidently. If he does win,
yeah,
it'll be some form of a decision, right? Which I
yeah.
think you even said was the third best odd.
It's the third best odds for a method of victory.
So let's say you backed it up with some locks. Brenner by
Yeah.
decision, and then, Magomedov moneyline, Vera moneyline,
Not gonna
Nurmagomedov.
lie. The more I look at Alvarez, the more I feel like that money line is the call here because the 17 submissions, it's like, okay, Brener, how what are you gonna do like to this guy? You're gonna try to knock him out? You only have 3 knockouts. You have 11 submissions.
That's
Your
actually a
strongest
really
game,
good fucking point, actually. That's a really good
yeah,
fucking
your
That's
strongest chance is decision or submission. So do you really want to take a guy down who has 17 submissions? I wouldn't.
that's true. That's actually true.
He has
Um,
more submission wins than Elvis Brener has actual wins. He got 16 wins.
Alvarez moneyline.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
That's the call. Yeah.
I think Alvarez moneyline. What I think we could do, bro, because we just we only did the main card and we're already in like almost an hour in.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
No script,
End it here.
we actually
End
got
it here and then hit the
prelims
you're gonna
maybe.
hit the hit the prelims. Do another one, part 2, episode 2, part 2.
Yeah, or even just episode 3. Technically, it's episode
Yeah.
3, but just say
Yeah.
second
Episode
part.
3. Yeah. Yeah, it
I don't
is.
know. We'll figure out how to word it, but I'm saying
Yeah.
that or our prelims, we could not even talk about. We could just put the prelims inside the description. If it's like a small card, I mean, obviously, if it's like a big card and there's big names on the prelims.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, bro. I mean, let me see. There's 6 more fights left. 7, 3, 4, 5,
7.
6. Yeah, we could just here. Let me end this one, and then
this one.
I'll call you and we'll figure it out. But as of right
All
now, bro, we'll recap it.
Yep.
So top 5 picks, main card, guys. Alvarez moneyline, right?
Yep.
Dern. Well, for me, this is the only
You
one
like
we
money
have.
line.
I have
Right.
Dern moneyline, and go ahead, Brooklyn. Tell them what yours is.
I like fight to go the distance. Yes.
Love that too. Fight.
Mhm.
The next fight up is the Tony Ferguson Chiesa Hedge, right?
Yep. Hedge. Yep.
My
Sprinkle win by sub is another way you could go, but we're
Yeah.
talking about favorites, right?
His
Okay, so
favorites, yeah.
Hedge.
I'm gonna go over the
Yeah.
parlays after.
Okay,
Vera,
Hedge.
firstly, is my favorite pick of the night, and I
Yeah.
have a money line.
Yeah, Vera. I really like that.
Yeah. Magomedov, and by the way, I say Vera is my favorite because of the value, right? Do I,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, the value is great. Underdog. And Deiveson Figueiredo, the way he fights kind of like real, like choppy and slow. And
Yeah.
Vera's fast, and he's gonna be hitting that jab and the leg kicks. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah.
Magomedov, obviously, money line.
Magomedov, money line, straight.
And
Halal. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And then we got Umar, double chance,
Umar,
7
double chance. Yep.
now
Fire.
Don't. Let's go.
That's
now
heat.
That's heat. So this is what we're gonna do. So we have a 2-leg parlay, guys. Umar, by sub. This is a fun one, okay? And I'm not saying hammer this, but this is a fun one that we think can hit, which is Umar by sub, and then what's the other leg, Brooklyn?
Magomedov by knockout, TKO.
Yep. Brooklyn has way better odds on that than I do. I have plus 54. What do you have, Brooklyn?
I didn't write it down, but I can tell you.
I think it was like 620. Does that sound about right?
Yeah,
something.
It was about 6 something. Yeah,
6 something.
Yeah.
So that's on FanDuel for him, and Bovada is the platform where I'm looking at the spreads just to have a variety for you folks. And then a second one, I think this is the best parlay of the night. Umar,
Yeah.
Umar and Magomedov and Vera. That is a plus 283. Now, obviously, you're not going to do that without what? Without hedging, right?
Yeah.
The fight. So it's a 283, just those three, but it makes no sense to do that because we already know they're going to win. Add in Chiesa, so make it a 4-legger. Umar, you plus Magomedov plus Vera plus Chiesa, right? Now we're going to hedge that fight. That brings you to a plus 360. Now
I got like 410.
Yeah, you have phenomenal odds on that. Now we replace Chiesa on the second parlay with Tony Ferguson. Go Tony, right?
Yeah.
My odds come to plus 1719, 1,719. What about you, Brooklyn?
I had I think it was 2100 for the 4.
2100?
2100 plus. Yep, plus 2100.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Even if you put $10 on that.
Yeah, $10, 210.
You know, whatever
The
you
first
have.
3 are gonna hit. I mean, the last 3 are gonna hit.
Yeah.
We're just hedging and hoping Tony Ferguson pulls one off before he rides out into the sunset. Like he does that for us, bro. We'll be looking real good off of just a $10 bet. And then wherever else we do.
I'm gonna put this together real quick. I'm gonna do all of our picks, all of our favorite picks. Right? I'm gonna put that in the description though, because it's gonna take me a minute. Because there's a hedge one, and then there's also different ones for me in Brooklyn. So if you want to see what the parlay odds come out to, I'll put the FanDuel ones and I'll put the Bovada ones.
Yeah, and I'll get an accurate one. I'll give it to you once we get off recording.
Wait. Yeah, just so you guys have 2 options that are very different. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, the ghost says hi. Thank you guys for watching episode 2. We're gonna continue to episode 3 right now. But episode 3 will be a continuance of episode 2, if that makes sense. We're just going to continue talking about UFC Abu Dhabi Fight Night. This is going to be on ABC, I hear, right? But I think it's also going to be on Plus.
Yeah, and then the prelims are going to be on ESPN too.
I love that. Yas Island. United Arab Emirates. Interesting. We got to go to one of these, man.
Yeah, there's some really good value on the prelims that I circled too. So I think we could put together a really good card.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that covers the main card, guys. Thank you guys for watching. That's a Homi.
Peace.
Out.